Hi, my YouTube family. How are you tonight? I wanted to make a video to recap my experiences with my dentures. And I want to do this because there's been a lot of frustration, and I do read your comments, and I do try to get back just as soon as I possibly can and reply back to you. And I've seen some frustration, and I've seen some really happy things, and I've seen people who are excited about getting ready to go through this process. So I just kind of wanted to tell you what to expect. And I want to start with the very positive things first. And I took down some notes, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. You're going to have beautiful teeth. And socially, it's going to improve your social outlook on life. You know, you're not going to be afraid to approach people anymore. You're going to have pride in the way that you look. People are going to perceive you differently because, you know, people do look at your teeth, and you're not going to have that knock me down breath. You're going to have good fresh breath all the time, and it's going to improve your social life a lot. And another thing is, don't have any shame in the fact that you wear dentures. I know I said that I would never go to a public restroom to clean my dentures. Well, I found myself the other day having to do just that. I got some food stuck up underneath the top plate. Well, I was afraid, because the food was hard and crunchy, I was afraid that it would even break the top plate. And I didn't want that to happen, because these are the only teeth I have right now. So I went into the public restroom, and I took them out, and I was cleaning them, and sure enough, here walks in a lady. She was a young girl, and I apologized to her, and I said, "I'm sorry, hon, but I have to take care of my teeth." And she was real nice and sweet about it, and so it was a positive experience for me. But I don't want you to have any shame in the fact that you wear dentures. It's a prosthetic, just like someone who had no leg would wear a prosthetic leg or a prosthetic arm. We wear prosthetic teeth. Big deal. You know what? It doesn't change who we are on the inside. In fact, it enhances us, and it makes us look better. And it makes us healthier as well, because rotten teeth will just drag your health way, way, way down. So don't be ashamed and don't be embarrassed. Do what you got to do to take care of your teeth. You're not going to have any pain anymore. There's not going to be any pain from abscesses that blacken your eye. Which has happened to me before, and I've actually had to have antibiotic intravenously because the infection had gotten so out of hand. Or you're not going to have teeth that break off and cut your gum, or cut your tongue, or cut the sides of your cheek, or where you're in pain for days and you're just, you know, eating Advil like they're candy, just trying to carry on. You know, so you're not going to have any of that anymore. And you are going to, how can I say this? You're blessed. You are blessed beyond measure that you are able to have dentures. I can't tell you how many people, and I can't tell you how many years I waited to be able to have the right kind of insurance where I could afford to have my teeth fixed. And there are a lot of people just like that. You are so blessed to have these dentures. There's $3,000 sitting in my mouth that insurance paid for. Now, I'll have to pay for my permanents. That's another $1,000. And if I have stabilization done to the bottom, which I'm thinking about doing, it's going to be even a little bit more. We're blessed. We're one of the fortunate ones to be able to go through this experience. So when you're having a bad day, when you feel like you're not looking right, when you're having a hard time eating, or a hard time learning to talk again or to speak, remember how fortunate you are, because there are so many who are not. Anyway, don't get me crying again. Let's talk about the negative aspects. Your face is going to swell. And depending upon how many teeth you had removed and what type of a job the dentist or the oral surgeon did will depend upon your swelling. The swelling will eventually go down. I wore my teeth in my mouth for 4 days straight. They told me not to take them out. because it helps pack the gums. It acts like a suture almost. I didn't have to have stitches. And so my face became very swollen. The first day it looked great, but then the second day I woke up, I said, who's that in the mirror? You know, who took my face? But eventually all that goes down. And at one point I looked like Cindy Lou Who. I was so swollen all right up in here. But it got better. I didn't eat for the first 6 days. I just drank things, you know. I would have chicken broth for breakfast, and chicken broth for lunch, chicken broth for dinner, V8 juice. I just couldn't eat. And so I consequently have lost 20 pounds. And now my eating is getting better. There are some things I can eat with my teeth in. Sometimes I still have to take my teeth out. These things are going to work themselves out. Remember, I'm dealing with, right now, I'm 3 months into the process. And so I'm dealing with my temporaries. My temporaries are very different than what my permanents will be. Keep your dentures in as much as you possibly can because you want to get used to them. I know sometimes bone spurs will make you want to keep your dentures out and because it's too painful. Dentist will tell you that you need to, you know, give it a little bit of time to work the bone spur out. I had only one. It did work itself out. But I could always still wear my dentures. I never had to go without them. Talking can be a problem in the beginning. You have to learn how to pronunciate your words again. And me, I'm still not perfect at it, but you know what, who cares? If I'm not perfect at it and I just smile. Okay then, because I know my teeth look good. So teeth will make up for not being perfect with my talking. Your teeth are not an exact fit to your mouth because they are temporaries. And when they cast these teeth, your gums are different and they're casting over some of your permanent teeth or your real teeth. And so it's not an exact science. And so you're going to have adjustments and you're going to have to go through a lot of changes. The sore spots you want to have taken care of right away because you don't want them to turn into ulcers. Don't miss any of your dental appointments. That is very, very, very important, especially in the first 2, 3, 4, 5 months. I was fortunate. I really didn't have too many sore spots. But when I did, they went in, they took care of them right away. They just grind the plate down a little bit. The sore spots just, you know, hitting a part of the mouth that it shouldn't be hitting, and they're able to take care of it, and you can carry on. Adhesives. I experimented with a lot of different adhesives before I finally found the one that worked for me, and that is Polygrip. But the more and the longer you go, because I'm not due for my permanents until November. And so the teeth, for me right now, it feels like the bottom teeth, they float. And what I mean by floating is they feel like that they're just not really super secure in my mouth. They still are. The adhesive is still holding them in. As you can see, when I talk, they're not moving. But to me, on the inside, I feel like that they are. But nobody on the outside can tell. It's just how they feel in your mouth. And so that also makes your speech a little bit different. Make sure you keep your mouth clean and your dentures just as clean as possible. It's even more work keeping your dentures and your mouth clean than it was when we had our natural teeth. I mean, that just comes with the territory. And I know it's a lot to have to start doing and learning all at one time because you're just kind of thrown into the deep end of the pool. And it can be very frustrating. I mean, there were days that I was frustrated as well. But I'd smile through those days because I just loved my teeth. Let's see. Learning to eat with the dentures. I think we've pretty much covered that. You know, it just takes time. Your dentures will become loose and more and more and more as time goes by because your gums are shrinking. Now, there are soft relines and hard relines that your dentist will do for you. I have yet to have one of those relines, but I think I'm coming up on the point where he's going to have to do a little bit of a reline for me. And I'm not sure what all that curtails, but when I have it done, I'll make a video and let you know. Weight loss. You will experience weight loss. There's just no doubt about that because your eating is going to change. I don't snack anymore. don't snack anymore because it's just too difficult to eat with my teeth. And what you look like right now is not what you're going to end up with. Remember, all of this is just temporary, and it's a temporary healing process that can take up to a year. You're not going to know what your full, complete look is going to be until you have your permanent dentures put in. And then what you see is what you're going to have. And so your face is going to go through changes, and the inside of your mouth is going to go through changes, your speech, the way that you talk, all that. It's constantly going to be evolving and changing. And it can be frustrating at times, but you know what? We just have to deal with it. It's going to be worth the ending is going to be worth the beginning, trust me. And what does this say? Goal is not to... Oh. Your goal is when you get your permanents not to have to wear very much adhesive at all. That is the goal of the dentist, and that is the goal of you. You don't really want to go around with having to stick a whole bunch of adhesives in your mouth. When you get your permanents, it's going to be, for me, I hope, is such a, and you and everybody else, such an exact fit that very little adhesives will be needed, if adhesive is needed at all. Now, I can't remember if I said in the beginning of the video that I apologize that I've not made my exercise video yet, but I've been super busy, but I will get to it. And also, I'm going to buy that instantly ageless stuff that I've seen all over the place. And we're going to see if we can get rid of these little bags right here and see how that works. And I'll take you with me on those journeys because it's going to be fun. Anyway, I do read your comments. I will get to answering every one of them as soon as I possibly can, but I just wanted to give you this little update video and try to hit on some of the things that you had been asking about. And I just want you to know, I love my YouTube followers. And you give me such inspiration, and you give me thoughts and ideas and things to talk to you about, and I hope you enjoy what I have to say. In the meantime, you have a good night, and I am off to work. I have to work graveyard. Yuck! Oh well, bye-bye.